Good morning. Today is Tuesday, December 5th, 2023. On Sunday night, Aviva, who is a very, very thoughtful person, left a message on my voicemail and wished me and everyone well on the trip that we took yesterday to Ottawa. And she said that our goal should be to stand tall. It was a uniquely Canadian event yesterday in Ottawa, as somewhere between 12 and 15,000 Jews and supporters of Israel rallied in front of Parliament. There were young ADATH members among those who created a large life-size snowman holding an Israeli flag. And also, I don't know what it means, if anything, but it is true that everyone had snowflakes on them in the shape of a Jewish star. I saw it on my sleeve and I was amazed. The long list of speakers conveyed two main themes. Several students spoke about what they are experiencing on college and university campuses and the lack of enforcement against hate speech, open anti-Semitism, and harassment. As one said, "Yes, I'm scared and angry and heartbroken, and I've never been more proud to be a Jew." Canada's colleges and universities and law enforcement have a duty to make Jews feel safe again. And so far, they have not. We also heard from the representatives of many different religions, ethnic groups, social groups, and others who express wholehearted support for Israel and Jews in Canada. There was one woman who was a Christian clergy person, and she said, "I represent millions of Christians, and we say, never again will we be silent when Jews are threatened." Truly a historic comment. And truly, we are not alone. And we must recognize that and appreciate it. I learned that there is believed to be one person held by Hamas as a hostage, a woman who is 70 years old. Her name is Judith Weinstein Chagai. She has Canadian, Israeli, and American citizenship, according to her family. She was born in New York, grew up in Toronto, and then she made Aliyah to Israel together with her husband, Gad Chagai. Her family says she made puppets to help teach students English and often posted haikus and meditations on YouTube. And she also used to volunteer to help Palestinians in the Gaza Strip, which sits less than 3 kilometers from her home. She and her husband were out for a walk on that Shabbos morning, October 7th, when the attack started. And she sent a text message to members of her community saying that a militant on a motorcycle had shot her husband and she was less severely wounded. Her brother, Larry Weinstein, said, "We are inspired by my sister who believes in peace and believes in harmony." There was one political moment that I recognized, and I agree with this sentiment by Member of Parliament Melissa Landsman, who said, "It was easy to be pro-Israel when this first happened on October 7th. And it's much harder now. And now we see who the real supporters of Israel are." She said, "It's not over until every politician in this country condemns the faceless, mask-wearing, screaming mobs who are illegally inciting hatred against Jews and against Israel in our streets." I would not agree with the words, it's not over until all the hostages are back and Israel is secure. But certainly the response of some Canadian politicians flies in the face of Canada's values. There was one more critical theme. I shared this just after October 7th, and it is getting much more serious now. Ido Moed is Israel's ambassador to Canada, and he said that anti-Semitism takes many forms, and its current disguise is the social justice warrior wielding the popular sword of Israel condemnation. And he said that Israel does not oppose the Palestinian people, but rather the terrorist organization of Hamas. And I read and hear this narrative taking hold that Israel is carrying out genocide in Gaza. God forbid. It is false. It is baseless. And we must combat it vocally and frequently. Israel seeks to free Gazans and Israelis from the terror of Hamas. All in all, in spite of the weather, in spite of the anti-Semitism of one bus company in Toronto that did not show up for no reason, though they were paid in advance, all in all, it was a powerful event. And I was proud to be there with such a large contingent from ADATH, from Montreal, and from across Canada. Of the many creative signs people were holding, my favorite read, "Just a group of Jews being peaceful and respectful, and you can see our faces, proud to stand in dignity." And most important were the words of one speaker who spoke truly by saying, "Your presence here today shows the world that Israel and the entire Jewish people is indomitable when we are unified." It was an uplifting event, and I hope Canada and the world takes notice. My friends, I wish you a good day, and I look forward to seeing you all soon in person.